Between the 8th and 13th centuries, a remarkable era of enlightenment flourished across the Islamic world. Known as the Golden Age of Muslims, this period saw unprecedented advancements in science, medicine, philosophy, art, and culture. It was an age where ideas flowed freely, where innovation was encouraged, and where the quest for understanding was considered a sacred duty. From the bustling markets of Baghdad to the grand libraries of Cordoba, scholars from different backgrounds came together to push the boundaries of human knowledge. The Abbasid caliphs, inspired by their love for knowledge, invested heavily in education and scholarship. Caliph Elman, a visionary leader, personally supported scholars, ensuring they had the resources to study and experiment. He sent emissaries to distant lands, acquiring ancient manuscripts, bringing forgotten knowledge to life, and inviting the greatest minds of the time to Baghdad. This open-minded approach created a rich intellectual ecosystem where new ideas flourished. One of the greatest achievements of this era was the systematic translation movement. Hundreds of scholars, including Christians, Jews, and Persians, worked side by side to translate Greek, Indian, and Persian texts into Arabic. They did not merely copy these works, they refined them, debated them, and expanded upon them. It was here that Aristotle's philosophy was critically examined, Euclidean geometry was extended, and Hindu numerals were introduced, revolutionizing mathematics forever. Al-Khwarizmi, often called the father of algebra, was more than just a mathematician. He was an innovator, someone who recognized the need for a structured, logical approach to problem solving. His work on algorithms, the step-by-step procedures for calculations, paved the way for modern computing. Today, the very term algorithm is derived from his name, highlighting his lasting influence on the digital age. While Al-Khwarizmi revolutionized mathematics, Ibn al-Haytham, known in the West as Al-Hazm, transformed the field of optics. He was the first to describe how vision works not by rays emitted from the eyes, as the Greeks believed, but by light entering the eye and being processed by the brain. His experiments with lenses and mirrors laid the foundation for modern cameras, telescopes, and even corrective eyeglasses. Beyond mathematics and optics, the Golden Age was also an era of bold medical discoveries. Hospitals, known as Bimaristans, were established across the Islamic world, offering free treatment to all, regardless of status or wealth. These hospitals were highly organized, with specialized wards, trained physicians, and even early forms of medical licensing. The ideas of quarantine, clinical trials, and evidence-based medicine principles that shape modern healthcare were pioneered during this time. Ibn Sina, or Avicenna, was a prodigy who memorized the Quran by age 10 and mastered medicine by 16. His Canon of Medicine was a masterpiece that meticulously classified diseases, treatments, and surgical procedures. It was used in European medical schools for centuries, influencing generations of doctors. But what made Ibn Sina unique was his holistic approach. He understood that emotions and mental health were just as important as physical well-being. Al-Razi, another medical genius, was a relentless experimenter. He refused to accept medical traditions without proof, often challenging established theories with real-world observations. He was the first to use alcohol for sterilization and identified allergies as a cause of illness. His emphasis on testing and observation set the stage for modern scientific methodology. But knowledge was not confined to laboratories and libraries that reached the stars. Muslim astronomers built observatories that rivaled the great structures of Greece and Rome. They mapped constellations with unprecedented precision, corrected errors in Ptolemy's models, and laid the groundwork for future discoveries. Al-Tuzi's work on planetary motion influenced later astronomers, including Copernicus, whose heliocentric theory reshaped our understanding of the universe. The pursuit of knowledge also extended into geography and exploration. Al-Idrisi, a geographer and cartographer, created some of the most detailed and accurate maps of his time. His maps, commissioned by European rulers, provided a clearer picture of the world, aiding navigation and trade. His meticulous work foreshadowed the age of exploration, enabling future travelers to traverse the globe. Art, architecture, and culture thrived alongside these scientific achievements. Andalusia, the magnificent Alhambra Palace, was built, showcasing intricate geometric designs, delicate arabesques, and breathtaking symmetry. Poetry flourished, blending Persian, Arabic, and Andalusian influences. The Sufi poet Rumi, whose words transcended borders and beliefs, spoke of love, unity, and the endless pursuit of wisdom. His poetry remains one of the most widely read in the world today, but as history has shown, no golden age lasts forever. Political divisions weakened the empire, and external invasions posed severe threats. The Mongol invasion of 1258 marked a devastating turning point. The destruction of Baghdad and the House of Wisdom was one of history's greatest tragedies. Priceless knowledge was lost, scholars were scattered, and an era of enlightenment began to fade. Yet the knowledge cultivated during this golden age was not forgotten. It traveled to Europe, where it helped ignite the Renaissance. The works of Muslim scholars were translated into Latin and studied in European universities. From medicine to mathematics, from astronomy to architecture, their influence shaped the modern world in ways that many today do not realize. Even now, we live in the shadows of this extraordinary era. It's the technology we use, the scientific principles we rely upon, and the art we admire all bear the marks of this intellectual revolution. It stands as a reminder that progress is made not by isolation but by collaboration, by the exchange of ideas across cultures and civilizations. The golden age of Muslims was not merely a historical moment. It was a testament to what humanity can achieve when knowledge is valued above all else. It teaches us that learning has no boundaries, that innovation is born from curiosity, and that true enlightenment comes when we seek to understand the world around us. And so as we look to the future, we must remember the lessons of the past. The pursuit of knowledge is not the privilege of a few, it is the birthright of all. For in knowledge there is power. In understanding there is unity. And in the light of learning, even the darkest of times can be illuminated.